afternoon, everybody, and we're at the Bobby Coombs Field here in Williamstown, Massachusetts at Williams College. It is college baseball action on the Northeast Sports Network. I'm Jack Healy on board with Mandela, and also Jeff Facilio is our producer, as this is the first of a doubleheader. The Amherst Purple and White going up against the Williams Eves, and the Amherst Purple and White winning yesterday 5-2 in Amherst. The doubleheader here today, as Amherst will be coming up in the top half of the first inning. And for Williams, Johnny Lamont, the left-hander, taking his warm-up tosses. Amherst going with Max Steinhorn, the second baseman, leading off. Batting second, Harry Roberson, the shortstop. Batting third, the center fielder, Yanni Thanopoulos. Batting in the cleanup spot is the designated hitter, Anthony Spina. Batting fifth is the third baseman, Nick Nardone. Batting sixth, the catcher, Severino Tachi. Batting seventh is the first baseman, Chase Henley. Batting eighth, the right fielder, Ariel Kenny. And batting ninth, the left fielder, Ryan Harden. As we mentioned, it's Johnny Lamont, left-hander, in the starting role for the Eves of Williams as Steinhorn steps in, and the first pitch of the ball game is a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. And I'd like to welcome in Mandela, who's a sophomore here out of Buffalo, New York, a sophomore here at Williams. Great to have you on board.
But yeah, thank you for having me. I like Lamont already. He's a lefty. I'm a lefty. I like noticing other lefties, and I mean, he's pitching well so far to start his freshman season. He's started 3 games. He's got a fresh 1.9 ERA with 23 strikeouts in just 19 innings. So, power pitcher early for Williams, and he's looking to paint the corners against Lamont or against
Steinhorn.
Yeah.
And there's a foul ball outside of third, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Steinhorn, on the other hand, though, junior second baseman, veteran, hitting .366 on the year with 9 walks and 4 strikeouts, and also 9 stolen bases. So you definitely don't want to get him on base, and he definitely knows how to work the count. So gotta work your spots here if you're Lamont.
2-2 pitch is inside for ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Harry Roberson is on deck. 3-2 pitch is lined to left, and it is a clean base hit picked up out there by Stammis as he throws the ball in. A leadoff single to left for Steinhorn.
Yeah, it was a nice pitch. Down and in, or down on the center of the strike zone. It was a pitch Steinhorn could hit, and runner on first right now for Amherst with Roberson due up, hitting .400 on the year, so doesn't get any easier yet.
And Roberson takes inside for a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. Lamont on the mound. Adam Dulski is the catcher. Doug Schaefer at third. Kellen Hathaway is the shortstop. Jack Robertson second. And Nathan Michalski at first base. Michael Stammis, Adam Regensburg, and as this is hit in the air to left, deep but foul and out of play. Regensburg again in center, and Jack Cloud is the right fielder. Tossed over to first and back safely. Thanopoulos on deck. Yanni Thanopoulos, the center fielder. Roberson, delivery. Did he foul that off? Or did they call timeout here? Just to tell from our location, we are in center field here. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. I believe we did get a piece of that.
It's confusing to me about Amherst. They're just 8-9 on the year, but their top 7 hitters are all hitting above .360 on the season. So, I mean, they definitely know how to score runs. That's not their issue.
Yeah, Amherst 8-9, 2-2 in the NESCAC. Williams 10-5 overall, 4-3 in the NESCAC. And Amherst winning the game yesterday, the first of a 3-game series. 5-2, the two games here today at Williams. And that's popped up at home plate, and that is going to drop in fair territory. The throw, though, is out at second. And, of course, there is a wind blowing out as we look out, and that was a pop-up about a third of the way between home plate and third base. It dropped in, but they did get Steinhorn at second, so the force out there, Roberson is on the fielder's choice, and I believe the third baseman made the play.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a good recovery by Williams to get that out, because that could have been trouble.
First pitch swinging and hitting the fly ball to right is Thanopoulos, and there are two down. Yeah, we'll score that 5. I believe it was the second baseman covering, and that one Thanopoulos flies to right. There are two down. Runner at first. It's Roberson, and the batter is Anthony Spina, the designated hitter. That play made by Cloud in right field for the Eafs.
Spina with a home run on the season. 6 walks, 3 stolen bases. Yeah, these top-of-the-order Amherst guys really know how to get on base.
Delivery is high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Two down, a runner at first for Amherst here in the top of the first inning, the first game of a doubleheader.
Lamont's been taking his time, that's for sure.
And again, the toss to first. Back safely is Roberson. Nick Nardone is on deck. Here goes the runner. The pitch is a ball, throw down, and it gets by the second baseman, and on his way to third is Roberson. Give him a stolen base and an error to the catcher. And Amherst with a runner at third here with two down in the top half of the first inning.
I couldn't see from this vantage point, but it looked like the ball might have actually hit the runner.
It might have, yeah. And again, we're not the official scorers here, but we'll give the error to the catcher, Dolsky. Swing and a miss for a strike. And the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Roberson reached on the fielder's choice, stole second. He's at third on the arrow with 2 down for Amherst here in the top half of the first inning. 2-1 pitch. And that's a good pitch on the inside corner of the, looked like a slow breaking ball. 2-2.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Lamont, I'm just trying to get out of this inning. He's been through enough stress. Somehow there hasn't been a run scored, but there you go.
We're going to miss. He's got Spina, a strikeout victim swinging. First strikeout of the game for Lamont, and that takes care of Amherst in the top of the first. No runs. And a base hit, 1 error, and there was 1 left. We played a half inning. It's Amherst nothing, and Williams coming up. College, Williamstown, Massachusetts. A pleasant afternoon on this day before Easter. And Jack Healy on board with Mandela and also Jeff Facilio. Let's check the Eafs starting lineup. Leading off, the right fielder, Jack Cloud. Batting second, the shortstop, Kellen Hathaway. Batting third, the second baseman, Jack Roberts. Batting in the cleanup spot is the third baseman, Doug Schaefer. Batting fifth is the designated hitter, Jackson Parisi. Batting sixth, the catcher, Adam Dolsky. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Adam Regensburg. Batting eighth is the first baseman, Nathan Michalski. And batting ninth is the left fielder, Michael Stamos. Pitcher for Amherst is Jackson Bawley, and he's a right-hander, as you can see. last half of the first inning.
Volley on the year. He's pitched 17 2/3 innings, a senior. He's got the only complete game on the season for Amherst, and he's got a 1.53 ERA, 16 strikeouts in 17 2/3 innings. So, yes, a real power pitching battle here between Volley and Lamont in the early going, and let's see what he can do against this Williams lineup. And as you said, I mean, top of the order, Cloud, Hathaway, and Roberts. 3 great hitters. Cloud hitting 306 on the season, Hathaway 468, Roberts 404. If Williams wants to get on the scoreboard, this would be the time to do it with these 3 guys.
Well, they're coming up here in the last half of the first inning. Jack Cloud steps in, as Mandela mentioned, a 306 hitter on of the year, and he goes after the first pitch and bounces it to the first baseman, who makes the play to first. Henley makes the play to Volley, covering at first, and there's one down.
Aggressive strategy from Cloud right there. First pitch of the game, green light, but not so fast. But I mean, Hathaway, who's up now, I mean, he's got all the tools. Hitting 468, 7 stolen bases on the season.
He goes after the first pitch, and a foul ball catch by the first baseman Henley, and 2 pitches, 2 outs here for Williams in the last of the first.
See, that's the rub with this strategy is. I don't know if it's a strategy to swing at the first pitch or if they're just seeing really good pitches from Volley, but obviously the reward is getting guys on base and getting runners in scoring position and possibly runs, but if you do what they just did and you get 2 outs, then you have 2 outs and Volley's fresh, having thrown just 2 pitches, so.
That was his third one there. That in for a strike as Jack Roberts, the second baseman, taking all the way. And the pitch is high for ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. Doug Schaefer's on deck. Volley on the mound is Severino Tacci is the catcher. Third baseman Nick Nardone. Harry Roberson at short. Max Steinhorn at second. Chase Henley at first. And that's hit foul back to the screen. Ryan Harden in left. Yanni Thanopoulos in center. Ariel Kenny is the right fielder.
And Roberts and Hathaway, just the dynamic middle infield duo. They have the only 3 home runs in the team this season. Roberts with 2, Hathaway with 1.
This is hit of the year to deep left center field, but plenty of room there for Thanopoulos as he runs it down in left center field, and that retires the side. 3 up and 3 down. We've played 1, and there's no score. Amherst and Williams. Back at Williams as Amherst comes up in a scoreless game. First of a doubleheader, top half of the second inning. Numbers 5, 6, and 7 of the order. Nick Nardone, the third baseman. Severino Tacci, the catcher. Chase Henley, the first baseman, against the left-hander Johnny Lamont.
Lamont, a pretty good, decent inning. Escaped trouble in the first, but doesn't get any easier again, as we've said. Amherst's top 6 or 7 hitters all hitting pretty well this season.
Pitches a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. Lamont, first-year player, is from Groton, Massachusetts, throws a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. Nardone, a sophomore out of Fairfield, Connecticut.
Hit 397 on the year, tied for the team lead with 2 home runs.
Yeah. Lamont throws not a bird.
Yeah, I was going to say not getting a third there.
One down for Amherst, and the batter is He's a first-year player. He's from Weston, Massachusetts. One down, nobody on.
Freshman.
Takes upstairs for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes.
Tachi hitting .368 on the year. No home runs. 12 runs batted in.
Bill Burrell is the coach of the Williams Eves. We have the dugout on the first base side, the home team. Lamont's
been looking very away and a lot of the times low so far early, and has been. It seems like he's trying to find where the strike zone is. So that'll be the battle for going with Lamont and Dulski and the umpire trying to figure out where they're gonna extend the strike zone out to.
Count is 2-0, and that pitch is upstairs for ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes to Tachi with Henley awaiting on deck. Amherst. Let's see. Amherst coached by Brian Ham. Amherst, the visiting team on the third base side. 3-0 pitch, and that's in there for strike call. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, I mean, you have to do that if you're Lamont. You can't be fancy, especially against these Amherst guys that they're experienced and know how to take pitches.
And that's ball 4, a 1-0 walk to Tachi, and that's the first walk for Lamont. The batter will be Chase Henley, the first baseman. So Amherst batting here in the top half of the second, man on and 1 down in a scoreless ball game.
Lamont again, just immediately getting runners on base. So let's see how he deals with that second inning in a row.
Pitch is high for a ball, 1 ball, no strikes.
Henley also tied for the team lead, 2 home runs, hitting .260, 2 home runs, 14 runs batted in. Sophomore first baseman.
Pleasanton, California, as they throw the first runner back safely. Here's the pitch, and it's down low for a ball. 2-0. Breaking ball over on the outside corner for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, I mean, you don't. With Lamont's almost 11 strikeouts per 9 innings, you wouldn't think of him as a finesse pitcher, but it's working there.
Yeah, took something off, throw to first, and back is Tachi. Ariel Kinney waits on deck. Again, the throw to first, and back is Tachi.
Amherst, yeah, definitely an eager team on the base paths, and a successful one. 30 stolen bases on the season compared to just 6 caught stealings. So they can, not only do they pick their spots with the pitches, but they pick their spots on the base paths. So I understand Lamont's wariness.
This is a pop-up in the infield, and calling, it is the shortstop, Hathaway. He puts it away. 2 down. Ariel Kinney, the right fielder, comes to the plate now. 2 down, a runner at first.
Yeah, much more efficient inning so far for Lamont. Not that I want to jinx anything, but he's looked a little bit more in control after a bit of a stressful first inning.
Kenny, a junior from Chula Vista, California. He lines it to right, and a diving catch coming over is Jack Cloud. What a catch by Cloud over toward right center, and he robs Kenny of a base hit, maybe more, and that retires the side. Great play by the Williams right fielder. So that takes care of Amherst in the top half of the second inning. No runs and no hits and no errors, and there was a man left on. We go to the last of the second in a scoreless ball game. into the last of the second. The Eves come up with numbers 4, 5, and 6 in the order. Doug Schaefer, the third baseman. Jackson Parisi, the designated hitter, and the catcher, Adam Dulski, against the right-hander Jack Volley for Amherst. And Volley is a senior. He's from San Diego, California.
Volley, I mean, very efficient first inning. Got 2 outs on 2 pitches. I'm sorry, Volley, very efficient first inning there. Just 2 outs on 2 pitches. So, let's see if Williams can definitely work the count here. I mean, and the guy at the plate is the guy to do it. Doug Schaefer, 17 walks on the season, more than doubling anyone else on the team's walk total, compared to just 9 strikeouts. So, experienced guy, sophomore infielder, knows how to work for his pitches, including that one.
And on the 1-strike pitch, he lines to left, right to Ryan Harden, hit it hard, but right at to the left fielder, 1 down for the Eves here in the last of the second.
And that's just bad luck, hitting it right to the left fielder. Nothing you can do about that.
Batter now, Jackson Parisi, the designated hitter.
Parisi, 326 on the year, no home runs, 9 runs batted in.
Takes a strike, nothing in 1.
4 stolen bases on the year, 3rd on the team behind Hathaway and Cloud.
Parisi from Williamstown, right here in his hometown, and he dumps it into center field right in front of Thanopoulos. First base hit of the ball game for the Eves. Now it's single to center for Parisi.
First runner on base today for Williams.
Adam Dulski is up now, the catcher. First time Volley has to pitch out of the stretch, a strike call, nothing in 1.
Dulski has been platooning a lot of the season with the sophomore Alex Pansteris behind the plate. Dulski probably just catches the left-handers, as evidenced by his appearance today with Lamont. Hitting just 161 on the season, 5 runs batted in. So struggling a little bit. Let's see if a runner on base can get his juices flowing here.
Volley with a 1-strike pitch, low and away for a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. Nice stop there by Tachi. Eves have a man at first, 1 down here in the last of the second, scoreless ball game, first of a doubleheader. Go to first, runner back safely.
A lot of Williams players up in the dugout. Excited for this man on base. Looking to do some damage here against their arch rivals.
Pitch down low for a ball, 2 balls, 1 strike. Outfield straight away. Thanopoulos in center, Harden in left, and Kenny is the right fielder for Amherst.
And Volley keeps trying to paint that left outside corner, that away outside corner, and he keeps just going a little too far.
This one is hit deep to left, way back, and oh my, what a catch by Harden at the wall. And back to first goes Parisi.
Wow.
Man, that was hit a long way, right to the fence here in deep left field, and there are 2 down.
And you see the range of emotions from the players. That ball was hit, all the Williams players, I mean, they were already up out of their seats, just excited, wanted to see that ball go out of here, and then when that ball was caught, all the Amherst players stood up, so now everyone's standing in the 2 dugouts.
Adam Regensburg goes after the first pitch and fouls it off to the left and out of play, the center fielder. 2 down, a runner at first, and I'm looking at the flag now. It was blowing toward left center field. Not that the wind was going to stop either way. I don't know whether the wind was going to help that, but at that time it was calm. And swung on and missed, and quickly Regensburg is down 2 strikes with Michalski waiting on deck.
Regensburg, 310 hitting on the season, tied for the team lead with 18 runs batted in. So hitting a little lower in the order today, but he clearly knows how to hit the ball.
There goes the runner, and in safely at second. They got a wave for just a moment from Tachi, but we'll give Parisi a stolen base.
It's a little risky going in there, just standing up. No slide or anything at all there.
Pitch was a ball. Count 2-1. Parisi in scoring position now for the Eves here. And a ground ball, and it skips past the third baseman, Nardone, down the left field line. Parisi around to score. And in at second with a double is Regensburg. We'll give him a double. It was an
E.
Are you going to say E? Okay.
I mean, obviously, we're not the umpires, but
yeah, I don't know.
It looked like it just skipped off his glove there.
Yeah, he did have to go to his left, however, so anyway, Regensburg does get to second. All right, we'll make it an error right now. No RBI. Nathan Michalski is up, the first baseman, so the Eves take a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, they called it an error.
They did call it an error. Okay, breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. Yeah, you do have the stats right there, so it was an error, the first error for either team.
Michalski on the season, just 222, 9 runs batted in on the season. I mean, he spent the beginning part of the season recovering from a foot injury, so those early season numbers are no surprise, but he's a big hitter.
Here's the 0-2 pitch, and it's low and away for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
This Williams team, I mean, we were talking about the experience of the Amherst top 6, and knowing how to work for their pitches. Coming into this game, the Williams batters struck out 74 times, but walked 71 times, which is a very amenable ratio. So, I mean, talk about players having good batting eye. It seems like most of the Williams players do.
Slow, there goes the runner toward third, and in safely with the stolen base is Regensburg. So he is now at the third base with 2 down.
Now Regensburg, I mean, that's pretty in line with his attitude on the base paths. He's attempted 4 stolen bases, or before that he had attempted 4 stolen bases on the year and was caught twice. So it doesn't really matter to him if it's a good situation to steal, because he's a risk taker on the base paths.
2-2 pitch to Michalski, and it's upstairs for ball 3. Michalski is another guy from California, San Diego, California. I mentioned that error before that allowed the run to score was the first error for either team. Actually, both teams made an error.
Right.
Williams made an error in the first inning. Yeah. Pitch is a ball, just missed, ball 4. And Michalski is on. That's the first walk for Volley. So Williams has runners at first and third, a run in here in the second, and the batter is Michael Stamas, the left fielder. Top of the order, Jack Cloud on deck.
Stamas sitting 324 on the year, 2 runs batted in. Freshman utility player, just 34 at-bats in 15 games. So hasn't gotten a whole lot of opportunity, but he's taken advantage of the ones he's gotten.
He's from Northborough, Massachusetts. So the Eves have runners at first and third here in the second, and that's a strike called.
I think every player on Williams is either from Massachusetts or California.
Yeah. The wind is picked up again. It's blowing strong toward, it looks like it's blowing strong toward left center field. Matter of fact, we can kind of feel it in our faces here if we look to our left.
I mean, and you know, we were talking earlier about how, unlike a lot of other sports, like, wind actually affects baseball, the outcomes of baseball games.
Yes, it does.
So, and I mean the weather generally too, whether it's rainy or whether it's sunny, can really affect how far the ball goes once it hits the ground, whether it rolls or not. All sorts of different outcomes based on weather, and today we have wind.
1 ball, 1 strike. The count to Stamas. Bouncing ball, he's slowly to third, and a scoop at first base. Nice throw by Nardone. A little bit low, but Henley did dig it out, and that retires the side. So that takes care of the Eves in the second. They come up with 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and there were 2 left on, and we have played 2, and it's Williams 1 and Amherst 0. Amherst coming up at the top of the third. Ryan Harden, who made a nice catch and left in the previous half inning. And then the top of the order, Max Steinhorn and Harry Roberson against Lamont as the first pitch is inside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Jack Healy and Mandela, the first of a doubleheader here at Williams College in Williamstown, Massachusetts. Pitch again down low. 2-0. Jeff Vasilio is our producer on a windy day, but a pleasant day, this day before Easter. That's a strike call, 2-1.
Harden at the plate, you said?
I beg your pardon. Yeah, it is Harden. Is it Harden? I believe it is.
I didn't hear the first time you said it.
Yeah,
so.
Yep. And he bloops this to shallow left center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit as a leadoff hit here in the top half of the third inning. As trying to make the play was Hathaway, and it just went over his head.
Top of the order up now again for Amherst. Those average, or not average hitters that hit for average, I should say. Guys know how to get on base.
There's a difference there, yeah.
Yes.
The leadoff hit by Harden. The second hit for Amherst, top of the order, Max Steinhorn. He singled his first time up. It's 1 for a while. He takes a ball, 1 ball, no strikes.
Harden 5 stolen bases on the year, second on the team behind Steinhorn himself, so pesky on the base paths and pesky at the plate.
You're from Washington, D.C. And right back to the mound. The throw to the shortstop covering a second. Throw to first. And in time, they get him there. As nice play by Lamont. Hathaway over to Michalski. And there were 2 down with nobody on. The 1-6-3 double play.
And with the 2 outs being the 2 ostensibly fastest players on Amherst, you can't ask for anything more than a double play.
Breaking pitch for a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. So 2 down, nobody on for Amherst in the top half of the third inning. And Williams has a 1-0 lead. And this is popped up right side and on the outfield grass. Back to make the catch, Michalski, and that retires the side. So Harden led off with a single, but raced on the double play ball. No runs and a base hit and no errors and nobody left. We go to the last half of the third inning, and Williams has a 1-0 lead. Williams coming up here in the last half of the third inning, leading 1-0. Jack Plow, the top of the order, the right fielder. Kellen Hathaway, the shortstop, and Jack Roberts, the second baseman, against Jack Volley. Takes down low, 1 ball, no strikes. Cloud grounded out to first his first time up. Nothing in 1.
Yeah, I mean, these are arguably the 3 best hitters on the Williams, and each going 0 for 1 their first time around. See if they can get something started here, bottom 3. Some insurance.
You know, I talked earlier when Volley allowed a runner on that he would be pitching out of the stretch for the first time. Actually, he pitches out of the stretch anyway. At least he is right now. I'm not sure that I noticed that earlier, but 2 balls, no strikes to Cloud with Hathaway on deck. And that misses high for a ball. 3 balls, no strikes. 1-0 Williams here, the last half of the 3rd inning.
Three lefties in the Williams lineup: Cloud, Roberts, and Regensburg. And Volley for the most part has tried to pitch towards the inside of the lefty, towards the inside on lefties, but trying to pitch outside here on Cloud.
Count out 3-1, 3-1 pitch, and that's strike 2 call. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So we get down to the count 3-0, back to 3-2 here as we await the payoff pitch to Jack Cloud, leading off for the Eaves in the last half of the 3rd inning. 3-2 pitch, and it bounced in the hole at short. Roberson, long throw, got him. Nice play. 1 down.
It's a bang-bang play if I've ever seen one.
You know, if we had what they do in the major leagues where they had video replay, they'd have to come out here and they'd have to come all the way out here. They would probably replay that, but
where's the jumbotron?
They might challenge that. 1 down, and Kellen Hathaway is fouled at first. His first time up, he takes a strike. 0-1. Hathaway, the Eaves shortstop. 1 down, nobody on for the Eaves here. Good job by Volley, though, to come back. He was down 3-0 on the count, 3-2 pitch, and got Cloud to ground out to short. That's pitch low and away for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And again, Volley working low and away on these right-handed hitters for Williams. He keeps missing, trying to work his spots.
Hit him right on the nose, but right at Steinhorn, the second baseman, 2 down. Jack Roberts, the second baseman, fly to right his first time up. He's 0-for-1. Or fly to center his first time up, beg your pardon. 2 down, nobody on for Williams. As Robert steps in with Schaefer on deck. That's a strike call, 0-1. He's from Vineyard Haven, Massachusetts, which I'm not sure where that is. I'm going to assume that's maybe Martha's Vineyard.
Right.
Yeah. Nice place to live, I think.
I would imagine.
Come from. Here's the 1 strike pitch. And it's low for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. I'm not sure that I've ever been there. I think I'd probably remember if I had. So.
Yeah, I know. I have not, I know.
1-1. And this is hit deep to right, but plenty of room out there for the right fielder, Kenny. He makes the catch, and that retires the side. 3 up and 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We've played 3 in the first of 2. It's Williams 1, Amherst 0. Amherst up at the top of the 4th. Numbers 3, 4, and 5 in the order. Yanni Athanopoulos, the center fielder. Anthony Spina, the DH. And Nick Nardone, the third baseman, against the left-hander Johnny Lamont, who has a 1-0 lead. Jack Keeley and Della here at Williams as the pitch is down low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. We're talking about Martha's Vineyard. Mandela's from Buffalo.
Very different.
It is different. I've been there a few times. I've been to Niagara Falls like 3 times. Pitches away for a ball. Niagara Falls is certainly a spectacular place to visit.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people that I meet here or just in the world that have been to Buffalo say that they've been to Buffalo because of Niagara Falls. Not like,
well, that's part of the reason.
People go there to to go to Niagara Falls or to watch the Bills.
Swing and foul back. Thanopoulos flying to right his first time up. Spina's on deck. Some of my broadcast duties, I've done a couple of hockey games at Niagara.
Right.
And I've done a basketball game at Niagara. So two of the 3 times I went to Niagara Falls was that time when I went to those places. This is a line drive to right, a clean base hit. Leadoff single to right here in the 4th for Thanopoulos.
Yeah, right over the middle of the plate there. Got a pitch he could hit. And another runner on base for Amherst, just their 3rd of the day through 4.
And the batter now, Anthony Spina, the DH. He struck out his first time up. Lamont's only strikeout of the game. He's 0 for 1. Nardone is on deck.
And that's a little surprising, Lamont's first strikeout of the game. He's power pitcher, but he's been working a lot off speed today, so different approach here against Amherst, I guess.
Lamont, the left-hander. Ground ball in the hole and in left field for a base hit. Stopping at second, Thanopoulos, and on at first with a single to left in the hole is Spina, and the first 2 men are on for Amherst here in the 4th. That's the 4th base hit in the ball game for Amherst. Nick Nardone is up. He grounded out to the pitcher his first time up. He's 0 for 1.
First time runners in scoring position for Amherst in quite a while.
To get a runner to the 3rd in the 1st inning with 2 outs.
Lamont aware of the pressure. Amherst pretty well known for stealing some bases. Already got 1 in the day from Roberson.
Williams has a 1-0 lead here in the top half of the 4th inning. Game 1 of a twin bill. Shows bunt, and it's the catcher making the play to first, as out was Dulski. And the play made to the second baseman, covering was Roberts. So the sacrifice works. 2 to 4, moving to 3rd, Thanopoulos, and to 2nd, Spina. And the batter now is Severino Tacci, the catcher. 2nd and 3rd, 1 down. So the sacrifice works.
And I mean, credit to Dulski for making the easy throw to first. I've seen too many catchers or too many pitchers try to be aggressive and go for the runner in scoring, trying to get in the scoring position and overthrow.
Nice play by the 3rd baseman. Throw to the plate, safe. Everybody's safe. As Schaefer tried to come to the plate, he did. Dulski put the tag down, but too late to get Thanopoulos. He scores. Going to 3rd is Spina, and on at first is Tacci, who walked his first time up, and the tying run scores were tied at 1. They're going to call that a base hit or a fielder's choice.
Yeah, I would imagine that's a fielder's choice. Yeah. Literally, as I was finishing my sentence about how Williams not trying to get aggressive and try to prevent the runner advancing, they do that exact thing.
Chase Henley popped to short his first time up, the first baseman for Amherst. It's 0 for 1. He shows bunt, strike call. That was a safety squeeze. Certainly the runner off 3rd, Spina, was going to make sure he put it down if he came to the plate. 1st and 3rd, 1 down, a run in for Amherst here in the top of the 4th.
Definitely the most stressful situation Lamont's had to deal with so far today. A runner just coming across, runners on 1st and 3rd, and a pretty powerful hitter at the plate. So, see how he manages this, the freshman.
That's a pitch out, 1 ball, 1 strike. Thanopolis led off with a single. Spina a single. Runners at first and second. The sacrifice, Nardone, sending Thanopolis to third. Spina to second. The fielder's choice by Tachi scores Thanopolis with tying run. Ball left field side.
And I keep mentioning, Lamont aware of the runners on the base paths because of Amherst's prowess at stealing bases, but maybe that's affecting him a little bit too much. Maybe the runners on base are affecting him, and he keeps checking on them, keeps pitching out.
2-2. That pitch just missed.
Yeah, got it. If I'm Lamont, if I'm Dulski, the junior catcher, just remind him that it's just pitch and catch.
2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout there, and that is the second strikeout for Lamont. Or 2 down.
And that's the Johnny Lamont we're accustomed to seeing. Power pitcher. That's a fireball up in the zone, but he got Henley to swing at it. That's 2 down.
Ariel Kinney, the right fielder, is 0 for 1. He was robbed by the Williams right fielder, Jack Cloud, his first time up. Diving catch and right. 2 down. Runners at first and third for Amherst. And strike call. There goes the runner, and he is out. Not stealing. I believe it was the shortstop. Hathaway covering. Could have been the second baseman, but at any rate, caught stealing is Tachi. And that retires the side. So Amherst comes up with no run, 1 run to tie it at 1, and came up with 2 hits. There were no errors, and 1 man left on. And we go to the last half of the 4th inning. We're tied up at 1 apiece. The Eves coming up in the last of the 4th. Numbers 4, 5, and 6 in the order. Doug Schaefer, Jackson Parise, and Adam Dulski against the right-hander Jackson Volley. It's a 1-1 ball game. Amherst 1 run, 4 hits, and an error. Left 3. Williams 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error. There's left 2. Schaefer flied to left his first time up. He's 0 for 1 as he leads it up for the Eves here in the 4th. Volley has operated out of the stretch even with nobody on base. Delivers the first pitch of the inning, and it's in there for a strike, 0-1. And a line drive, and a catch in right center field. What a catch by the right fielder for the Amherst purple and white by Kenny. What a diving catch. Great play.
Boy.
Robbed him of extra bases.
We've had some dynamic outfield defense so far in this first game of the doubleheader.
1 down. And there is a stab at third by Nardone, and picked by first baseman Henley, and there were 2 down quickly. And Nardone, the designated hitter, singled and scored the only run for the Eves his first time up. He's now 1 for 2. 2 down quickly.
Williams' approach in this game has sort of gone against the numbers on them. I mean, going into this game, they were almost averaging 1 walk for every strikeout, which, I mean, suggests that they take pitches and work the count But first inning, Volley gets 2 outs on 2 pitches, and right now he's working quickly again here in the bottom of the 4th.
And Dulski was robbed of extra bases by the left fielder his first time up, and it's now 1-1 strike. He's up there with nobody on and 2 down. Dulski 0 for 1. The Williams catcher. Strike 2 call, 1-2. So a great play by Harden and left earlier in the game, and Kenny here, a diving catch in right center field. My goodness, what a play. Here's the 1-2. Lined first base side, foul and out of play. And count remains 1-2. Adam Regensburg is on deck. Harden left, Anopoulos in center, and Kenny is the right fielder. Made that great catch for Amherst. Down low for a ball. It's 2-2. Catcher is Severino Tachi. Nick Nardone at third. Harry Roberson at short. Max Steinhorn at second. Chase Henley is the first baseman.
And outside of a brief rally in the bottom of the 2nd that plated Williams' run, they've really struggled to get anything going, and that's another example.
And strike 3 is swung on and missed, and that is the first strikeout for Volley. So a dandy play in right to start off the inning by Ariel Kenny as he robbed Schaefer of extra bases. 3 up and 3 down for the Eves into the last of the 4th. We played 4 in Game 1 of the doubleheader here at Williams in Williamstown, Mass, and we're tied at 1 apiece. Back at Williams, and Amherst coming up here into the top half of the 5th inning. Game 1 of a doubleheader. Tied at 1 apiece. Ariel Kenny, then Ryan Harden in the top of the order, Max Steinhorn. Kenny was at the plate when Tachi was caught stealing to end the 4th inning. And he flied to right his first time up. And we've seen 3 great plays, a couple for Amherst, the left fielder Harden, the right fielder Kenny, and of course Cloud made a great catch, and he robbed Kenny of extra bases himself back in the 2nd inning. And this is into the air to center field, and over to make the play is Regensburg right in front of us. 1 down.
Wind started to pick up again right as that ball was hit. Coincidence? Maybe.
Ryan Harden is up. He singled his first time up. He's 1 for 1. The left fielder for Amherst. We're going to miss for strike. Nothing in 1.
Yeah, Harden, one of Amherst's 4 hits on the day.
1 down, nobody on, top of the 5th. Swing and a miss and a pitch in the dirt. Nothing in 2. Top of the order, Max Steinhorn on deck.
Looks like Williams has some guys warming in their bullpen, getting ready, stretching.
Swing and a miss and a pitch down and in. Strike 3, the 3rd strikeout for Lamont. Nice pitch. 2 down, top of the order, Max Steinhorn, who's singled and grounded into a 1-6-3 double plays, 1 for 2.
We're in the top of the 5th, and it just now looks like Lamont's starting to settle in. We're almost at the end of the game.
It is a 7-inning game for Game 1 of the doubleheader in the NESCAC. Of course, Game 2 would be a 9-inning game, unless this game goes into extra innings. That's a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. I got to tell you, Mandela, that was new to me a couple of years ago. The pitch is inside for ball two. 2 balls, no strikes. I did not realize that was. I was here maybe 2-3 years ago, and second game at the end of 7. I thought we were all wrap it up, and they kept on going. I was not aware of that that rule. Bouncing foul ball wide of third.
I have to say, I wasn't aware of it until you just said something at the beginning of the game.
Well, that was a new one. As I understand, they do that in the NESCAC, and they do that in the Ivy League too. Now, even in the minor leagues, they play 9 and then 7, I think. Right away, baseball, ground ball hit to short. Hathaway scoops and throws to first in time, and that retires the side. And Steinhorn is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on as we go to the last half of the 5th inning. We're tied at 1-1. Going to the last of the 5th, tied at 1, the bottom third of the order for the Eves. Adam Regensburg, the center fielder, Nathan Michalski, the first baseman, and Michael Stamas, the left fielder, against the right-hander Jackson Bawley. Pitch is low for a ball, 1 ball, no strikes to Regensburg, who reached on an error his first time up. He's 0 for 1.
Yeah, still only just 1 hit on the day for Williams.
We're going to miss way out in front of that one. Like a changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, that was an excellent off-speed pitch from Volley. Regensburg way out in front of it.
Volley out of the stretch. Slow roller up the first baseline. Volley comes over, throws to first, and they do get him 1 down.
Another bang play. Regensburg really hustling there. Volley pretty effective with the changeup on Regensburg. Regensburg might have just been a little bit over-eager, but if I'm Volley, I'm going to keep trying that and see if it's going to keep working.
Here's Nathan Michalski, the first baseman, walked his first time up. The only walk for Volley. Takes a breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. 1 down, nobody on for Williams in a 1-1 ball game here in the last half of the 5th inning. We're going to miss for strike 2, 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Just misses a little bit outside high. 4 ball 1, 1 ball 2 strikes. Outfield straight away for Amherst. Ball in the hole, it's short, long throw by Roberson. He got him though, strong throw, 2 down. Here's Michael Stamas, the left fielder, grounded to third his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Harden in left, Thanopoulos in center, Kenny in right straight away. The outfield right in front of us. We're located in right center field. That's a strike call, 0-1.
And yeah, it's odd. Both pitchers were almost at the end of this game, but they're just now starting to settle in and pitch their best.
And that's line to left center. That's a base hit. A 2-out single to left center by Stamas. And that is the second base hit of the ball game for the Eves.
That may or may not have been a reverse jinx to get Williams on base.
Top of the order, Jack Cloud. He's grounded to the pitcher, grounded to short. He's 0 for 2.
Yeah, and again, I've emphasized this a couple times, but this top of the order for Williams dangerous. If they want to get another runner on base, this is spot of the lineup you want to do it with Cloud, Hathaway, and Roberts all due up.
Hathaway is on deck. First pitch fouled off of the 1-strike pitch. That's bounced foul outside of third twice. Cloud going the opposite way, 0-2. Pitch. And that's strike 3 call. A good pitch right in there. And that is the second strikeout for Volley. And that retires the side. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a 1 left for Williams in the 5th inning. And we've played 5 in game 1 of the doubleheader. Amherst 1, Williams 1. One ball game as Amherst comes up here in the top half of the 6th. Numbers 2, 3, and 4 in the order. Harry Roberson, the shortstop, Yanni Thanopoulos, the center fielder, and Anthony Spina, the DH. Against the left-hander, Johnny Lamont. First pitch of the inning is a strike call, 0-1. And Roberson has reached the fielder's choice, popped to first. He's 0 for 2. And he hits a one-hopper to third. Baseman Schaefer throws to first in time, 1 down.
Yeah, Lamont really starting to hit his stride, it looks like. Really finding the outside corner on that first pitch. Getting Roberson to hit on the top of that ball. Just slap it to the right side of the infield. 1 down.
Here's Yanni Thanopoulos. He's flied to right and singled and scored. He's 1 for 2. It's a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. He scored the Amherst run back in the 4th inning. Tachi's fielder's choice. Play at the plate, safe. And this is popped to shallow center field toward left center. The wind taking a little bit. Regensburg puts it away, and there were 2 down quickly.
Left fielder there, hat fell off for Stamas.
Anthony Spina, the DH, has struck out and singled. He's 1 for 2. 2 down, nobody on for Amherst here in the top half of the 6th inning. A 1-1 ball game. Schaefer, stepper, so off the grass at third for the Eves. Breaking ball for a strike, 0-1.
Mont was having trouble with that breaking ball a little bit earlier in the game. Good to see he's nailing that now.
Ardone is on deck, pitches a ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the appeal to first, and he did not go around. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball, a little bit high for a ball.
That's a tough one.
2 balls, 1 strike. 2 down, nobody on for Amherst here in the top half of the 6th inning. Spina, the DH. 2 balls, 1 strike to Spina. And he moves him off the plate inside, 3-1. Lamont with a 3-1. That's a strike call, 3-2.
Right on the outside.
It didn't come in with a fastball either. A breaking ball on 3-1 looked like from here.
Yeah, he's really been going to the breaking ball a lot recently. Ooh, Lamont was already.
Yes, I was waiting to see what the call might be. Lamont and his teammates were coming off the field. That is ball 4.
I think one of them just ran back out of the dugout. He was already in the dugout.
And that is his second walk. 2-out walk to Spina. Nick Nardone, the third baseman. Ground out to the pitcher, and the big sacrifice bunt that would set up the tying run. As he takes a strike. So he's 0 for 1 with Tachi on deck.
Yeah, Spina, leading Amherst in on base percentage coming into this game at a fat 500, and just 3 stolen bases on the year. So that's right on the base paths to be sure, Anthony Spina.
1-1 the count now to Nardone. 2 down, a runner at first for Amherst here in the top half of the 6th. Side for a ball. It's 2-1. And this is hit deep to left, and this is gone. A 2-run homer to left for Nick Nardone, and Amherst takes a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, I mean, that's the pitch you want if you're Nardone. That was right down the center, a little bit off speed. All Thomas can do is look at over left field. 3-1 Amherst.
That one was really crushed right after that close pitch for ball 4 of the previous batter. So
it's got to be 370 feet probably.
At least to straightaway left field.
And that puts Williams in an even tougher spot at the bottom of next inning. Nobody up in the bullpen for either team, so looks like they're gonna try and get out of this with Lamont.
So the bases are clear with 2 down. Severino Tachi will be coming up. He walked and reached on a fielder's choice. And had an RBI on that fielder's choice.
I mean, yeah, that's a game changer. That home run right there.
What is the delay here? What is the discussion? Would you have any idea here?
I know.
Was there something on the home run?
That I don't believe.
Severino Tachi is up. He's 0 for 1, but he did drive in a run. 2 down, nobody on for Amherst now in the top half of the 6th. Fouls it off, 0-1. idea what that discussion could have been about.
Lamont deals with the rest of this inning, though. Nobody on base for Amherst. That's something that's bothered him a lot all day.
So we're going to miss for a strike, 1-2.
And that was a great breaking ball.
Chase Henley is on deck. Swung on and missed. 4 strikes, 3. They'll make the play at first, and that retires the side, and that strikeout's number 4 for Lamont. But in the 6th inning, the Amherst Purple and White come up with 2 runs on a 1-hit, the long 2-run homer by Nardone. No errors and nobody left. We go to the last half of the 6th inning. Amherst now has a 3-1 lead. Well, the Eves come up in the last of the 6, now trailing by a score of 3-1. Numbers 2, 3, and 4 in the order. Kellen Hathaway, the shortstop. Jack Roberts, the second baseman. Doug Schaefer, the third baseman. And Jackson Bawley now has been staked to a 2-run lead as Hathaway is fouled to first and lined to second. He's 0 for 2 and takes a breaking ball for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, I mean, Volley has been excellent today, just allowing 2 hits, 1 run, struck out 2, walked 1 through 5. So he's really gotten a lot of mileage today and pitched pretty well for the most part.
Ball 2, 2 balls, no strikes. Jack Roberts on deck. Kellen Hathaway head in the count. Fouls it back and let it rip on 2-0. It's now 2-1. Bawley looks into Tachi for his side on the 2-1 pitch coming up. Here it is. It's in there for a strike call, 2-2.
Yeah, I mean, if you want runs, if you're Williams, if you want to get back these runs, Hathaway, Roberts, Schaefer, middle of the order. They haven't been great today, haven't reached base at all between the 3 of them, but their track record suggests that they'll make something happen.
Pitch to Hathaway, and it's blooped to shallow right down the right field line, and over goes the second baseman. A fair ball catch by Max Steinhorn. So right down the line, down the right field line, and Steinhorn had to go a long way, but he made the catch, 1 down. And the batter now is the Eves second baseman, Jack Roberts. He's flied to center and flied to right. He's 0 for 2.
Still nobody up in the bullpen for Amherst, but I mean, Jackson Volley's been outstanding. So
right now he has given up just 2 hits and the 1 run. A ball, 1 ball, no strikes. Beautiful day here in Williamstown, Massachusetts. Pitch is high and away for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Williams with 1 down, nobody on here in the last of the 6th. Doug Schaefer waits on deck. Jack Roberts is the hitter. Up with the count, 2-0 to Jackson Bawley. And that's high for a ball. 3 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, he's been all over the place in this at bat. But credit to Roberts for the great eye. He knows that he needs to get on base.
3-0 pitch in there for a strike, 3-1.
Got to get in scoring position as well. Not exactly a speedster though, Roberts. It's 3 on the year.
And that is ripped to center field for a base hit. And a 1-out single to center for Roberts. And that is the 3rd hit for Williams.
Schaefer at the plate.
Doug Schaefer, the 3rd baseman, has flied to left and flied to right. He's 0 for 2.
Again, Schaefer, mentioned this before, but if you're just tuning in, Schaefer more than double the amount of walks of anyone else in the Williams team with 17 on the year. Almost doubled out his strikeout total as well with this 9. He struck out just 9 times compared to 17 walks. So if anybody can get on base at a pretty consistent clip, it's Schaefer.
Takes the ball, 1 ball, no strikes. Runner at first and 1 down.
Tied for second on the team on base percentage with Jack Roberts, 493 behind Hathaway's 521.
That's a strike call. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tachi behind the plate, and Ardone at 3rd. Roberson at short. Steinhorn at 1st, and Henley is the first base. Steinhorn at 2nd. To throw to first and the runner back. Henley at first base. Harden, Thanopoulos, and Kenny left to right in the outfield for Amherst, and they are straight away. Relatively deep to the EFA 3rd baseman, Doug Schaefer. Jackson Bawley. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
That was a healthy hack right there. Wanted to get those runs back on one swing.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And again.
Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that is the 3rd strikeout for Bawley. They're at 2 down. Jackson Parisi, the designated hitter. He singled and scored. The Williams run back in the 2nd. He's grounded to 3rd as well. He's 1 for 2.
About to be some Jackson on Jackson crime here in this
I like that one. Jackson to Jackson. Takes a breaking ball for a strike, 0-1.
Volley looks relatively stress-free, even with the runner on first base.
Dulski is on deck. There's a bunt, 3rd base side, and the play not in time. A surprise bunt. Reese's got his 2nd base hit. Going to 2nd is Roberts.
It was an excellent play there. As you said, a little bit of a surprise to see that bunt there from Parisi. A runner on scoring position now for Williams as we've got Dulski at the plate.
Williams now with 4 hits as Adam Dulski is to the plate. He's flied to left and struck out. He's over 2, the catcher. He's up there with runners at 1st and 2nd, and 2 down here in the last half of the 6th inning, and Amherst has a 3-1 lead. Nothing in 1. Leading off 2nd is Roberts. First, Parisi. 0-1 pitch. Fouled off. 0-2. Regensburg is on deck. Volley with a 2-strike pitch, and that just misses. He wanted that one.
That looked like a strike from out here to me.
Well, it looks like one apiece. That pitch by Lamont right before the home run, and that one right there. So it's all evens out, I guess.
Well, by that logic, we're about to see another home run.
Would put the Eves ahead, too. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Swung on a miss, strike 3, and that retires the side, and that is the 4th strikeout for Volley. And the Eves in the 6th inning, no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and there were 2 left. The Eves have left 5. We go to the top half of the 7th inning, and it's Amherst 3, Williams 1. Amherst coming up top half of the 7th inning. Amherst with a 3-1 lead here in the first game of the doubleheader here at Williams down in Massachusetts. Bobby Coombs Field. Bottom third of the order will be Chase Henley, the first baseman, Ariel Kinney, the right fielder, and the left fielder, Ryan Harden, against the left-hander, Johnny Lamont. Henley has popped to short and struck out. He's 0 for 2 as he steps in for Amherst here to lead it off at the 7th. Takes a strike, 0-1.
Henley, Kenny, Harden, bottom of the order for Amherst. I mean, they can all strike out and it wouldn't matter. But
pitch down and in, strike 2, swung on and missed.
Looking for some insurance here. Combined 1 for 6 on the day. Harden with a hit.
Nick Nardone's 2-run homer in the 6th inning, the difference for Amherst, and a 3-1 lead. Pitch away for a ball, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Still nobody warming for Williams. Looks like they're going to let Lamont finish this out. Trust that he can get a 1-2-3 here in the top of the 7th.
And away for a ball, 2-2. Field straight away. Stemison left, Regensburg in center. Jack Cloud is the right fielder. And misses just a little bit high. And the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss on a pitch down and in. They'll make the play at first. And there's one down. That's the 5th strikeout for Lamont.
That's exactly what you need to do if you're Lamont and Williams. Get that easy strikeout.
Here's the right fielder now, Ariel Kenny. He's flying to right, flying to center. He's 0 for 2. 1 down for Amherst in the top half of the 7th inning. Away for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. And that is a line drive down the left field line in for maybe extra bases. Picked up in the corner and no play. Well, finally, the throw finally comes in, but too late. The double for Kenny, a 1-out double to left.
That was a laser beam right down the line. Kenny in with a double. Amherst looking for another insurance run here with Ryan Harden at the plate against Lamont.
6 hits for Amherst, a 1-out double to left for Kenny, and Harden is singled and struck out. He's 1 for 2. It's a strike, 0-1. Top of the order, Max Steinhorn on deck. Three runs on 6 hits for Amherst, an insurance run at second base, and Kenny pitches high for a ball, 1-1. Pretty good lead off second, Mark Kenny. Breaking ball for a strike. Good pitch, 1-2.
Yeah, this is Lamont's time. He's got to showcase his power pitching skills and get this strikeout.
On with a 1-2. And this is a line drive to right. It will hang up there for Jack Cloud. He throws quickly back into second base. Back is Kenny, and there are 2 down. Top of the order, Max Steinhorn, the second baseman. He's singled, grounded into a double play, and grounded out to short. He's 1 for 3.
I want 1 out away from mitigating the damage.
Joe's bunt takes low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Looking ahead to the last of the 7th, it'll be the bottom third of the order for the Eves. Regensburg, Bachalski, and Stamas.
That's not what you want, but those are typical bottom of the order hitters Williams has.
Pitches away for ball 2, 2-0. To Steinhorn, Roberson's on deck. Line drive, center field base hit. Kenny rounds third, heading to the plate. The throw is cut off, and an insurance run for Amherst as the purple and white of Amherst go up by a score of 4-1. A 2-out, a clutch RBI single to center by Steinhorn.
Yeah, that's what Amherst's job was here in the top of the 7th. Get that insurance run. And that's what they got. Steinhorn on first. Roberson at second. Middle of the order coming up. They could only be just getting started.
Roberson is up. Takes away for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Roberson's reached on a fielder's choice, popped to first, and grounded out to third. He's 0 for 3. That's 7 hits for Amherst now leading 4-1.
Quick ground ball.
Yep.
Williams out of the inning.
And that retires the side. And Williams comes up with a run on 2 hits, no errors, and it was Amherst comes up with a run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. And we go to the last of the 7th, and Amherst has a 4-1 lead. Last chance for Williams here, last of the 7th. It's 4-1 Amherst, first of a doubleheader. The pitch is low for a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. It's Adam Regensburg and Nathan Michalski and Michael Stamus, the bottom third of the order for the Eves.
Regensburg 0 for 2 on the day, 0 for 3.
Is putting it away near the line in left field is Ryan Harden. 1 down. Regensburg had reached on an error, grounded to the pitcher, and that line drive to left. He's 0 for 3. Nathan Michalski has walked and grounded out to short. He's 0 for 1.
Yeah, it's bottom of the order here, but Michalski's walked. Stamus has a hit today. So, Williams, as I mentioned a little bit before, not necessarily just run-of-the-mill, easy-out, bottom of the order guys.
Ball, 1 ball, no strikes. Wally has been outstanding.
Yes, I forgot he was still in the game. Look at his line, 6 in the 3rd innings, 4 hits, 1 run, and it wasn't even earned, so it wasn't his fault. 4 strikeouts to 1 walk. So yes, he's really been outstanding today.
Pitch, and it's ball 3 balls, no strikes. Stamos is on deck.
That's what you want from Michalski. Just 6 walks in the season to 5 strikeouts. So despite his relatively paltry batting average, he just had to get on base, and he did it again here.
Yeah, that's the 2nd time he's walked, and the 2 walks to Michalski is walked to Michalski. Michael Stamus is up. The left fielder grounded out to 3rd and singled. He's 1 for 2. Top of the order, Jack Cloud on deck. See how big that insurance from Amherst pushed across in the top half of the inning. Turns out to be. That's in there for a strike, 0-1.
That's a good pitch from Volley. A little bit towards the upper part of the zone. A little off speed.
First, runner back safely. 4-1 Amherst as Williams up in the last half of the 7th inning. The doubleheader runner at first and 1 down. Fouled off to the right, out of play. 0-2. So Wally quickly head to Stamus. 2 strikes.
I'm not sure how many pitches Volley's thrown, but he's been pretty efficient, so not surprising that he's working on a complete game 4 hitter.
And that's bounced to the first baseman. He was thinking of throwing to second base, but he keeps and makes the play, and that's Henley.
That was
a lot closer than it should have been.
A little bit concerning for sure. And now Williams, 2 outs, down to their last out, but top of the order with Cloud.
Chalski does go down to 2nd, 2 down though, as you mentioned, and Cloud the top of the order, the right fielder, 0 for 3 on the afternoon here in Game 1, takes a strike, 0-1. He's grounded out to first, grounded out to short, and struck out. Hathaway hopes to have a chance. He's on deck.
And Volley's still hitting his spots at perhaps the last batter of the game, painting the corner there expertly.
Try to check a swing. Did he go around? No appeal. Well, they do appeal then finally, and it's he did not go around 1-1. Amherst 1 out away from taking its 2nd straight against Williams here in the series. The game yesterday, a 5-2 Amherst win at Amherst. It's the first of a doubleheader. Down low for a ball. It's 2-1.
That's what you need from your leadoff hitter, your senior. Looking at pitches, deciding which ones are good.
2-1 pitch to Cloud. Ground ball in the hole into right field for a base hit. Michalski will stop at 3rd, and the tying run will come to the plate.
And now
that's 5 hits for Williams.
Runner away or batter away from getting the tying run on base.
Kellen Hathaway is fouled to first, line to second, popped to second. He's 0 for 3. Runner at first is Cloud, and Michalski at third. 4-1 Amherst, playing the last half of the 7th. They're 2 down. Ball 1 ball, no strikes. Jack Roberts on deck.
Hathaway, conference with the third base coach. More than any other in the game, you want to be cautious.
That's the ball. 2-0.
Hathaway, another one of the Williams batters that has walked more than he's struck out, so great guy to be at the plate with Roberts on deck.
2-0 to Hathaway. That's in there for a strike call. 2-1.
Now that's a pitch he probably should have hit. It's a pitch he probably should have at least taken a little hack at, but I see you want to be perfect when you're down to your last out and try not to force anything.
It's ball 3, 3-1. The wind blowing straight out now.
Hathaway, sophomore, but looking like a senior at the plate here, waiting patiently for his pitch.
3-1 pitch. Ball 4, the bases are loaded. Moving to second is Cloud.
The go-ahead run at the plate.
3 walks for Hathaway. Not only the go-ahead run, that's the winning run.
Right. Go ahead and winning.
Jack Roberts comes up. He's fly to center, fly to right, and singled. He's 1 for 3. So the base is loaded for the Eves. The winning run at the plate. Tying runs are on base. 2 down here in the last half of the 7th inning. 4-1 Amherst.
If anybody's going to win this game for Williams in one fell swing, it's Jack Roberts, leading the team in home runs with just 2, but that's 2 more than most people on the team have.
Doug Schaefer is on deck. Volley delivers. Strike on the outside corner. Nice pitch, 0-1.
He's really mastered that outside corner as this game has gone on.
Chalsky at third, Cloud at second, Hathaway at first. The bases loaded for Williams. Here's the 1-strike pitch. In the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Like Hathaway, Roberts has walked more than he's struck out. 7-4 walks to strikeouts so far this year. I don't think his batting eye is going to get any worse in this situation.
1-1 pitch. Line down the left field line, and it is a foul ball. 1-2 the count.
Down to the last strike. Again, you don't want to force anything if you're Roberts. Wait for your pitch. But at the same time, you got to get that run across.
1-2 the count to Jack Roberts.
On volley, I go back to that trusty outside corner. A breaking ball. That's worked a lot for him, especially late in the game.
Here's the 1-2. Ground ball, and it is into right field for base hit. 1 run scores, and here's the throw to the plate. Another run scores. Around to third goes Hathaway, and it's now 4-3 Amherst.
How about that?
2 runs, single to right for Roberts.
Down to their last strike, and Jack Roberts with the 2-run single. Doug Schaefer now up for Williams, and he's the cleanup hitter. Tying run on third, winning run on first.
Chalsky and Cloud is scoring. Hathaway goes to third.
This is reminiscent of, I forget which World Series it was, but the Cardinals were down to their last strike, and David Freese had a home run.
Yeah, it was one of those against Texas. It was
right. I mean,
Doug Schaefer.
Clearly not the same stakes. But.
Ball one. Schaefer's fly to left, robbed of extra bases by the right fielder Kenny, and he struck out. He's 0 for 3. Runners at first and third, 2 runs in, 2 outs. Amherst has the 4-3 lead. That's a strike.
Yeah, the breaking ball has really been Volley's friend these past couple innings, whether on the corner or dropping it right in the middle, as you saw there.
This is where you talk about that insurance run that Amherst picked up.
So key.
It's low and away for a ball. Williams has 6 hits now, 3 runs on 6 hits, 2 down, runners at first and third. Sway going to miss for a strike. 2-2 the count. To Schaefer with Parisi on deck.
Last time Williams was down to their last strike, they hit a 2-run single. What are they going to do this time?
Here goes the runner off first. And it's fouled off to the right. Roberts has to go back to first.
Oh, that would have been defensive indifference.
Yes, it would have been, yeah. Count remains 2-2 to Schaefer. There goes the runner again, and that just misses ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Schaefer, and Roberts does go to second on the defensive indifference. 3-2. Now the winning runs at second.
You understand that indifference play.
Oh, sure.
By Amherst, because you don't want to throw the ball away, but at the same time, what if there's another 2-run single here by Schaefer, and they lose the game on that?
There are 2 down, runners at second and third, Hathaway at third, Roberts now at second. He represents the winning run. Tying run represented by Hathaway. 3-2. The count to Schaefer is Volley getting set for the 3-2 pitch. Here it is. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Amherst wins game 1. Well, the Eats made it interesting. 5 strikeouts for Volley. The Eats in that inning come up with 2 runs on a couple of base hits. There were no errors. The Eats left a couple. They left 7 in the ball game. And Amherst wins it by a score of 4-3. The winning pitcher, Jackson Volley, did a nice job to pitch his way out of trouble in the final inning. Johnny Lamont, a tough luck loser, and the very good ball game. And the Eves, to their credit, made it close. But that insurance run that Amherst picked up in the 7th turned out to be the difference in this one.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, pitchers duel, both pitchers with complete games here today. But those four runs for Amherst, including that last ditch insurance run in the top of the 7th from that RBI single by Steinhorn, it was just enough for Amherst to win this first of 2 today in this rivalry effort.
And so Amherst has taken the first 2 games of the series, looking to sweep in game 2 of the doubleheader, slated to go right around 3:30 this afternoon. Amherst 4 runs on 7 hits, 1 error. Amherst left 4. Williams 3 runs on 6 hits and 1 error, and Williams left 7, including the potential winning run at second base in the last half of the 7th inning. So that does it for game 1. The final again, Amherst 4 and Williams 3. We'll be back shortly for game 2. This is NSN.